introduction, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Phoenix Podcast. My name is very shallow and pedantic. I'm joined by Chris.
This stupid motherfucker.
I'm also joined. Fantastical. I'm also joined by Danny DeVito's stunt man, Drew.
Makes no sense at all because I'm not short.
But you're fat.
Whatever.
It's funny because it's inaccurate.
Are you not going to say your peace and vegan blessings and all that bullshit?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a while actually. Peace and vegan blessings. I miss everybody. It's been a little while. We here though. We always here.
What's up, guys? We're back again.
It's just been a little while, but we still have another top 5 for you.
Tell someone we could put it in your end.
What?
Yeah, I don't know about that part. That must be something that he's doing tonight. But
well, it's
okay. Well, I was gonna do the show in like a New Orleans accent for the opening, but it would have been like really weird. But
the fuck are we gonna do?
Why would you? What like?
Because me and a friend had a conversation earlier. Like, okay, anyway, let me get through the rhetoric and then we can talk about that. So you can leave us a voicemail at 678-753-5144. That's 678-753-5144, or leave us an email at feedback@thephoenixpodcast.com. I just completely screwed that up. But a friend of mine went to New Orleans for a week last week. And he was saying he went somewhere. I think it was like the Third Ward or something like that. And somebody was like, "Hey, baby." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he just said like it made his heart melt and his drawers come down. So yeah, that was kind of a funny thing. I'm not going to go into detail because...
I'm glad you didn't open the show with it.
Did he pull off his drawers like Hansel in Zoolander?
I've never seen Zoolander, so I don't know how that goes.
No.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's actually... I mean, Ben Stiller actually has he has a good amount of good films, but that's not one of his...
You'd like that movie Keeping the Faith where he plays a rabbi opposite Owen Wilson as like a preacher, I believe.
I didn't see that one.
Ed Norton. Sorry,
I didn't see that one.
No, Phoenix would like it because they do a thing where they have to go buy a karaoke machine, and they got to talk to some Asian dude in the
oh my god,
in the electronics store, and he's putting on a heavy accent that, and he was just doing that to try to make a sale, and then all of a sudden he just speaks like a Californian
Chinese food.
Yeah, it's basically like a scene from Rush Hour, but it's like one of the funniest scenes from the movie.
Real quick, what is his best movie? Would you think? Would you say?
Who?
Ben Stiller? Dodgeball?
Oh yeah, but that's not really his movie though. I wouldn't quite consider Dodgeball his thing. That's more Vince Vaughn kind of headlines.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay,
I would say Meet the Parents.
It's between Meet the Parents and Something About Mary.
Oh, Something About Mary.
I really like Heavyweights. Heavyweights is basically where he created that character that he has in Dodgeball. Because he basically plays like an overzealous fitness camp counselor for this like fat camp of kids.
Oh, I think I did. I think I did see that.
Like all these kids basically look like donkey lips from. It's fucking hilarious.
And I'll make that my homework. I'll have to watch that one. But
donkey lips.
like routine cabin checks and comes in.
Can just
like kids.
I just need like just a second.
What's up?
So, oh god, the girls. I don't even know the developer's name. I just don't really give a shit. But the girls that made.
Oh my god, are you talking about it?
I am, and I'm going to go off, and I'm tagging these hosts when we post this.
Hold on, hold on before you start. Let me get their name for you.
Thank you.
What's this? A deli meat?
We need to fucking they need to be freaking talked to straightforward.
Who are we talking about? I don't even know who we're freaking talking about.
You'll get there.
You should. I don't even know how that by now you're not even getting where we're about to go. Y'all been making fun of us for days.
Fuck. That's because they're playing the same shit that's been out for a year that hasn't changed since day one.
You guys talking about Jason Derulo the 13th?
Damn, what's the name of their freaking company, man?
I don't know.
I'm on their website right now. Veterans from the gaming industry. Yeah, but what is the name of your team, veterans?
I don't know, probably Dick Tits Industries.
I'm on their fucking website. Gun Media.
Thank you.
Kentucky.
Gun Media.
In Kentucky.
Gun Media.
Okay, so let me get this out the way. First and foremost, you girls launched a game on May 26th. Upon launching your game, matchmaking does not work. Matchmaking on June 1st still does not work. They've been blaming the console makers. They've been blaming everyone but themselves. And to me, this is why I didn't support this as a Kickstarter, because had you went with an actual publisher, this would not have happened. And I've been tweeting them, as only I should be doing. And basically, the game just crashes. It just freezes and locks out of nowhere. They're like, oh, well, we're talking to Microsoft and da-da-da. Listen, you launched a broken game. Now, for them to make every excuse about, for everyone who's receiving DLC keys, they're heading out. Motherfuckers, don't release any sort of DLC keys for as far as skins go or anything like that. Why don't you release DLC as in a patch to fix your broken fucking ass game? I can't even speak right. I'm fucking up like their game.
Brucken fucking fix your Brucken fucking ass game.
My thing is, there's another game that's coming out on June 20th called Dead by Daylight, and guess what? That actually has a publisher behind it, and it's actually going to fucking work. Check that out.
I already heard it's big on PC too right now.
It's huge on PC. It has a huge community behind it, but to its credit, to Friday the 13th's credit, the game is actually fun when you're actually able to do an LFG on Xbox and you're actually able to get gamers to play with you.
Which is actually also a game saver for them, because without the right now, so matchmaking isn't working, as he just said. So they did a mini patch. There was a better patch for PC and PS4. I don't know why Xbox didn't get it yet. But with this patch, you can do private matches. So thankfully, with that LFG feature from Microsoft, you could just go onto the game and just put out there that you need 2, and people just come running anyway. We've played with so many random people this weekend and had cool, straightforward matches.
Like today, oh my God, like we had so much fun today when the game actually fucking worked. Like the game is fun. I'm not going to take away from the fun aspect of the game, but let's say if you were to play 3. Okay, so basically how I look at it, each round is 20 minutes. If you're going to play through the entire round, you have different ways of surviving. You can get away in the car, the boat. You can call in the police. And when the timer goes down from 5 minutes to 0, you can try to escape to one of the exits where the police is, but Jason has time to stop you in between. You could probably play about 3 matches before the game will crash. It varies between 1, maybe a half a game, maybe to 3 games, but I've never been able to play the game all the way straight through.
Not straight through. Impossible. Yeah. And also still plenty of big glitches. Like I took screenshots. One of the things you can do, which is dumb still, you can like hide in closets or in the beds. So I didn't mean to walk into a closet. I walked into it and then I walked out and then I was just stuck in there. And unfortunately, like I would have escaped Jason because he probably would have never found me, because he didn't know I was in the closet from the get-go. Like if Jason knows you're in there, he'll just come there and put his knife through it and kill you. But he didn't know I was in there. But the game crashed anyway. So
you came out of the closet?
Yeah, like R. Kelly. I had to clean that up, motherfucker. I'm not Della.
Why? Because of all the piss?
No, not because. Well, I didn't. Well, I made it more dirty now. Really, no, but yeah, but I didn't. It was like down to 3 minutes, but then it just says lost connection to everyone in the lobby, and then you lose the match. You don't get the XP and things like that. So it is pretty annoying because this actually could have been a great game being that it launched on console first, unlike Dead by Daylight, which was PC, but now coming to console, which can, if it comes out working, can sweep up this whole community because the games have similar concepts and playstyle.
I'm gonna let you know right now, like when that game drops on June 20th, I'm so done with Friday the 13th. Like,
I kind of like, I should call Microsoft. I should just like, this is not No Man's Sky level, but it's pretty bad.
No. Let me tell you why it's not No Man's Sky level.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it on it. I wouldn't. But yes,
but the game is actually fun. Like when the game is working, the game is so much fun. Like the fun factor is literally a 10 out of 10. I'll give that out of the fun factor for it. And I went back and I watched, thanks to Chris, on the Cody on the Fire Stick.
What?
I watched a couple of the old Friday the 13th, and it's amazing how the developers of this game actually got down the what is it? Pack and Neck Lounge. They actually, and I know it's pretty weird, but they actually nailed the look of the lounge that they actually used in the movie. I think the other one is Higgins Haven, I think.
Yeah, something Haven. I don't want to confirm on the second part, but I know it definitely is Haven.
And they nailed the inside of the house to a T. And that the fact that the barn is right across, like, granted, mind you, I talked to Chris about this earlier. The movies don't hold up like at the fuck all.
Most scary movies don't though. That's like one genre.
No. Like, go watch Hellraiser. Those movies are
Hellraiser was just different. Like, yeah, Hellraiser. But then, like, shit, I was legit piss my pants for some fucking Freddy. I hated that motherfucker.
I was never scared of Freddy.
Nah, Freddy was scary. Jason, I was never scared of because I'm black. I don't go to no sleepaway camp. Like, ain't gonna be my issue. Jason ain't coming to the hood. It's not like we don't sleep in the hood anyway. You go outside, there's 3 Negroes standing on the corner doing whatever, but Jason can't survive in the hood.
No, I was always scared of Chucky. Like, that little bastard scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Now, Chucky, the only reason I was really scared of Chucky was because upon the release of that movie, there was some friggin' doll that came out that looked exactly
my
like
buddy.
that idiot. Yeah,
my buddy. Yeah.
When that came out, I was like, "Oh, this little bitch is real,
my
huh?"
shit. Did y'all have the Pee Wee Herman doll?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? What were you doing with that?
I used to like Pee Wee Herman growing up. He was
so did I. He had the friggin' doll.
He had like a doll and he did his phrases and shit.
Oh,
I had one of those.
I had Teddy Ruxpin.
I had one of those too. Well, Paul Rubens is a freaking weirdo, but this is like we were young. This is before we got older and we knew he's a freaking weirdo creep.
But let me ask you guys this: seeing as how they did all of this stuff for the Friday the 13th game, and they got all that attention to detail with Higgins home base and whatever the fuck else.
Home base. It's not Metal Gear.
Do you think until they do a Grease game? Do you think we got a Grease game coming up soon?
I'm definitely. I'm good on.
You think
Grease.
we're gonna get a Grease game? No, Porky's. How about Porky's? You think we get a Porky's game?
I'll say what I think is gonna happen though. I think if Sega was smart because they own the rights to this, if they were,
Sega was smart.
Yeah, I know.
When's the last time those 2 words were in a sentence?
I know.
Sega and smart. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way with those guys.
But if they were actually smart, what they would do is they would release an Alien game where you have, like, let's say 5 or 6 survivors on a ship, and you have to find parts to put like together to get in an escape pod to get away from the alien.
That would work.
Well, you should shut up and pitch the idea so somebody doesn't take it.
That should have been released with the movie, though. It's already too late because if they did it like Resident Evil did this year with the movie and released them together, that shit would have sold.
Because Covenant didn't even do well with Tom Hiddleston or Michael Fassbender, whoever.
Well, yeah, it didn't do well, but I think it would, marketing wise, it would have sold better, and then that would have got more people.
Wait, did Chris tell you that this dumb fuck really gets? Chris called me earlier this week, and he's like, "I always get Tom Hiddleston and Michael Fassbender mixed up."
I don't know what it is.
He read a review for Alien Covenant, and he even read Michael Fassbender, but then saw a picture underneath. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know Tom Hiddleston was."
I mean, he has the right to, because I mean, there's some white guy out there that would mix up the 3 of us.
But honestly, they look the same some bitch in a bunch of pictures. Like, I'm not even joking.
No, they don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Show me,
That
send
is-
me pictures. Send me
That is
pictures.
something. That is
Well, you
something.
want me to
Caucasian
Google
people
these
would do
two
with us.
goobers for you to see that they look similar?
He's gonna send you the
Get
picture of the
out of here.
same guy and say they're two different people.
That's exactly what I was
Basically.
gonna do. I was gonna send you two fast benders.
So here's the other thing that I have a particular issue with.
Damn, dude, we ain't never gonna get to this.
No, we're gonna get to this. I just want to get to the girls about this Kathy Griffin photo that came out.
Oh my god!
I damn sure don't need your Hemotep ass talking about this.
The floor is yours. I don't care to talk about this. Shit is so.
It said Hemotep again.
Yeah, fuck that whole bullshit. That shit is so dumb.
Let me just say this because for one, and I don't care who gets offended by this, I truly do not. If
Samesies,
you're mad that Kathy Griffin did that to Donald Trump, like supposedly, quote unquote, like a picture, freedom of speech, let's take a look at the 8 years that America's been doing that to Obama. Let's take a look. And mind you, while I did not like Bush's presidency, I've always respected him. And same thing was done to Bush. And there was no outrage there. So why should I care that the Trump family or any of the conservatives are upset about this? I don't care. Like, to me, I'm glad she did it. And
she's losing money over it though.
I'm sure she's losing money.
She lost her
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, her New Year's Eve, and that's kind of become a small staple. Like, we always know New Year's Eve for like
you're fired off New Year's
Eve.
But
her wilding out with Anderson and kissing him and kissing whoever and all her like the jokes that they make with each other, she kind of made her little New Year's Eve thing. And then also, it's the only good thing that I like about CNN too is watching, what's the black dude name on CNN?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon ass get drunk and then like just come out.
That was very fun.
Yeah,
to see Don Lemon cut loose and
Yeah.
But I think the wildest part about that whole Kathy Griffin effigy severed head story is that Trump said that Barron thought that
Barron doesn't even live with his fucking father. Fuck Barron first and foremost.
I mean,
Barron
didn't know that didn't really happen because he doesn't live with his father, but I can relate. However,
do we need a moment?
Nah, we're so
I know
good.
we're fine. No, well, Phoenix is the only one here that grew up with his dad, so that's the thing.
But yeah, the thing that I find the most disheartening about the whole situation is that his name is fucking Barron, and he has to grow up with that.
No, that's not his real name.
Because
what did we call him, Chris? The general?
Like the one who sells insurance?
Yeah,
dude.
Because I couldn't remember his name because he's so irrelevant.
That's literally what you. That's not a name. That's a title. That's like if you named your son Captain or General or Fuhrer or some shit like that.
What about when you name them? What about when they name their kids Prince, like they're a Rockweiler?
Or Tanner?
Oh, shout out to Tiger.
Oh,
who?
God.
Now realizing
Tiger Woods.
Now realizing
Tiger Woods, yeah. Champ.
Get it?
That's what they name their kids too. Champ.
Or what about Blanket?
All right.
Shout out to
Top
Michael.
5. So we're not gonna sit here.
We do have one question though.
Question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
Okay. I did get a text message from a listener who listens to the show. And
she said she wanted to do stuff to me. Oh, that's a different message. Sorry.
Wow.
Lucky man.
I guess who listened to our last episode about the documentary that Chris and I went to go see for Danny over at Game Attack Radio. And they wanted to know what is our reasonings for getting into podcast and what inspires us to keep doing it. That's the question that was asked. So
I like that question.
I'm not.
All right. Well, since you like it so much, why don't you marry it and go first?
I figured that's what
I just said. I wasn't going to go first.
Well, he's talking about me. I know me saying that. Yeah. I figured you was going to say that and make me go first. Well, it's just been I talk shit all the time anyway, and I talk shit via other. So when Chris and I used to do it years ago, we was just talking shit just to do it, and Like, I mean, we just use different platforms that are available now. If it's either this or the gaming channel to this, like, I mean, because we do it all the time in party chat. We talk about we just jokes and shit like that, and we talk about real shit. So this is stuff y'all thinking about. Because, I mean, even with this, even though this is a basically gaming central geek podcast, we'll bring up some real shit. Like, I mean, like even just talking about the shit with Kathy Griffin. So it's just a way just to
and Baron,
yeah, our mini general. But it's just a way to
friggin' Baron.
It's a way to connect with people, and then it also creates conversations. Like same way you got that text after an episode, things that one of us will say, like friends will text us, and it's like, I agree with that, or you're fucking insane for saying that. Like even like the top fives when we talked about the Eminem shit, like that got people talking. So it's just good to have conversations, you know. And
like, hey man, I don't like what you said about Eminem, man. That's not cool what you said about Eminem, man. But hey, can I touch you? Is it cool if I touch you?
Oh, I don't know how your text messages go, but that's not mine.
That was a DM I got.
Oh, well, wow, then. Was it from Brooks? Yeah, so that was too easy. That's what she said. But it's just
everybody's such a slut.
But I just like it because it's another way to connect with people, like you sharing your thoughts and also to help you get through your day. Like while you're sitting at work, you're listening to this shit. Like, yeah, you want to laugh that we just made fun of this little rich ass kid and people trying to make us feel empathetic for them. Meanwhile, he just made major decisions today that's going to cause us to like burn up and shit because he doesn't believe in climate control. Like there was one article that said that one of the people said that the sun is unreliable. They talked about the sun like a baby daddy. Like this is who's running our country. But
so you know what, Mr. Sun, you haven't really been there for us. So
yeah, like we're gonna have to break this up. But this is just fun to have these conversations with people and just to get your mind off. I mean, we're talking about real shit, our shit that we like. It's a hobby. So
you're fired, son. You're fired.
This is why I do it. And because Phoenix invited me to join this show, and it was pretty cool. And for him to insult me for months and months and months, I just take the abuse.
Oh, what, me? I'm next.
You know, Phoenix never wants to go first, but he'll go first on the top.
Never.
Yeah, he'll go first on the top 5. That's cool.
Well, samesies. Everything Drew said.
Are you fucking kidding me?
For the most part, I could attest to that he's not even bullshitting. That's legit.
It sounds like rinky-dink and corny to do that, but for the most part, yeah, because we come from the same ilk, for lack of a better word. We both used to do a show together. We do the channel together. We usually talk shit in most of the same medium, so you know it became like second nature to us to even be invited onto this show to do this with Phoenix, especially because he took our thoughts and our conversations into clever consideration to even be considered to do this with him, because he knows when we're talking about things that we're passionate about, which is gaming and, you know, various aspects of geek culture. We're not just, you know, talking to talk, not just shooting our mouths off. It's stuff that we're passionate about. And, you know, we're talking from the heart, and it's something that we really love doing. So why not bring some people on who would, you know, add to the proceedings instead of some people who just get on just to get on. So I guess being able to do this again with Drew, and also because I respect Phoenix so much and I respect his opinions and shit, doing it with them, it's like I couldn't ask to do it with better people. So that's what keeps me driving to continue to do it. And also, you know, the feedback from people who listen, the feedback from fans, whether it be people we know or people we don't know, and just the fact that other people are listening and either feeling or hating what we're saying, our shit is getting out there. That's all I've ever really wanted to do, besides take over the world and destroy the sun. So
unreliable motherfucker.
You know, thanks for the invite, Home Skills.
Thank you,
We're finally here.
Thank you.
Big up your chest. Shout out yourself and big up your chest. Wagwan.
Okay. Yeah. For me, God, I got started 2008? Yeah. Listening to the old Gamercast Network, Danny, who you met, Chris.
Yeah, shout out to Danny.
Doc, Lano, Pete Rock, Paris, JVB. These are all people who I was a part of the Gamercast Network with when I was listening to them. And then I was invited on to a show, which kind of started to scratch the itch of podcasting. And at first I was like very nervous about doing a show. And I would always be like quiet and reserved on a podcast. And then I remember Danny pulling me aside during one of the PAX events, which was the first one in Seattle. And he's like, bro, you have to be yourself. People aren't going to respect you if you don't go on a podcast and you're not being yourself. You're not being honest about who you are. And, and fast forward 10 years later, and I'm still the prick that I am now. So
hey,
I would say
thanks, Danny.
Yeah. Danny and Paris, who are like family, they got me going into podcasts. And why do I keep coming back? It's because I have fun doing this every week with these fine gentlemen. And when Eddie and Dio come back, you know, we'll be doing more episodes with the mixing and the minglings and all that finaglage.
Hand motion was not needed.
It wasn't, but I felt like just being really stupid.
The spirit fingers ass.
Oh, that's what that was? I thought you were throwing up the rock or the diamond cutter, depending on, you know,
well, it's
what
me.
region of entertainment you like best, hip hop or wrestling.
It's the rock.
So that's why I keep coming back. So top 5. This is we've been getting good feedback on our top 5, but this is the finale of it for a bit. I don't know if we're going to come back and do this later down the road. Probably.
Finally. No, I don't want to do any more lists.
I actually that's something I want to do for the future, but we can I want us to being that we've been reading a lot of recent comics. If we finish Secret Empire or something like that, especially being
top 5 comics of 2017, end of the year.
End of the year thing. Yeah, I would say of all time, that's too much, and it's like
no, I will fucking slap the dog shit out of you.
Oh no, not even that. But people oh my god, nerds are so sensitive now. Jesus Christ,
didn't have to be nerds. But okay, so top 5. Top 5. So God, okay, so number 5. Wow, would be
this is top 5 video games.
Oh, video games. And
yes, video games. I'm sorry.
After we're all done, give your honorables. I guess let's just do our honorables back to back at the end if you want.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
I would say Halo, the Halo series, would be number 5. Number 4 would be.
I'm not gonna say anything about you putting an entire series in there, but go ahead.
I thought that's what we were doing.
I mean, I can respect it though, because
go ahead.
It's a lore to it.
I'll let you have that.
Thank you. Number 4 would be.
Don't do it again, though.
Shut your mouth. Number 4 would be Metal Gear.
Which one?
The first one.
On 1980.
Well, no, yeah, he said Metal Gear.
Give me the goddamn floor.
We're just asking. We're looking for clarification.
No,
he said Metal Gear. He didn't say Solid, so it's just Metal Gear.
Well, the one on the PlayStation 1.
Okay, he's talking about Solid. See.
Okay,
clarification.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 3 would be GoldenEye. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm sorry.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Very good one.
21 Grammys. I'm a savage.
Oh my god. Number 2.
Number 2 would be. Oh my god, I had it earlier. What was it? Oh my god. And we're shooting blanks. Della. I would say number.
How did Della get in here?
Because never mind.
You missed the joke big time.
Yeah, you did.
He's shooting blanks.
I would say, okay. I would say see, it's a toss up, and I'm not putting it as a tie. So I would say the first Resident Evil. Yeah, I'll take it.
Is number 2. All right, cool. Now number 1.
My number 1, and it's gonna sound very, very stupid, but let me go down the history of this, okay?
Please.
So my favorite video game of all time was Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And the reason, because
you don't need to explain that.
No. I'm going to. Thank you. I'm born the same day as Michael Jackson. That's number 1. I was a huge fan of his as a kid. And then I remember, like, I swear to God, like, this is when I hardcore do say it was real as a kid. Because I remember it was Christmas Eve. And my mom's like, did you leave a list out for Santa? And I'm like, no, but I'll go make one real quick. So I put all this bullshit down. And then I didn't even know Moonwalker was a game. I didn't know anything about that. But I had put on my Christmas list if Michael Jackson could come and visit. So I woke up the next morning. Woke up the next morning and like I'm going through all my stuff and I'm screaming like a little virgin white child. And I get to this box and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I ripped it open and it was Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for the Sega Genesis. And I screamed so loud. And I was like, oh my God, Santa is real. Michael Jackson must have been busy. So he made me a special game just for me. So like, and I would play that game like every fucking day, like nonstop. So that's my top 5. And
saving on those little white girls.
Yeah, shut up.
No, it's a good game. I love that. It's a great game.
So yeah, but go ahead. Who's next?
I'm going first, so you go next first. I'm going last.
You said you're going first?
Well, I mean last. Sorry. I had my order back.
It's fun. Number 5, GTA 5, aptly named. Don't really feel like I need to give an explanation to that. If you've played the game online, no explanation needed.
The game is called number 5?
No, GTA 5.
Oh.
For fuck's sake. Number 4, Turtles in Time.
Okay.
Number 3, WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Fucking idiot.
It's pound for pound for me. I feel like one of the best wrestling games that got me into even playing wrestling games, like period. 2, GoldenEye 64. That's why I made that noise when you chose GoldenEye 64 for your number 3 pick. And number 1, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Oh God!
You really like that one most? That's interesting.
Oh, you really? Nope.
I like that one. I really like that one the most for a variety of reasons. Number 1, you see Big Boss. Number 2, chronologically, that is the beginning of the series. Number 3, it's the first time we see Ocelot. It's the first time we see Joy. The first time we see a lot of what would be in the chronological timeline the original enemies that people's DNA have been used to make future enemies that his son Solid Snake would fight. So, like, that game just holds so much history. It holds so much it encompasses basically everything of what Metal Gear Solid is supposed to be as a game and as a franchise, like overall in anything. It has the action, it has the silliness, it has the weird anime type moments, or romance. It has the the weapons procured on site bullshit. It's got everything you want in a Metal Gear game. It's writing, so
that's always a blessing.
That's the best fucking thing about the game.
That really pissed me off too.
Yeah, everything you do in that game is great. Vulcan, everything in that game
What game?
is Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh yeah.
Snake Eater.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm assuming you didn't play Snake Eater.
No, I played it. No, that's a lie. April Fools. I did play it, and I want to say after the first mission, I traded it back in.
I never finished it either. Actually, I just went and read about the lore.
Jeez.
That's when they launched the shitty online for it too. Because around that time, it's kind of like part of it's because I was more on my Xbox because of Xbox Live, and then Halo and other shit. So
I can see your Halo.
Well, you could get it. They did a remastered
I have
HD
it.
collection.
Yeah, I have that shit. So
Okay.
I mean, I could definitely go back and.
Right.
I mean, it's something I can definitely add to the backlog.
I hope they do that whole collection backwards.
Yeah, that would be
so
great.
Sexy.
Upscale too and everything. That would be great.
Yeah,
but
everybody who listens to the show or knows me knows how big I am on.
How big of a snake eater you are?
Yes.
Pause.
How big I am on the lore of Metal Gear and how I'm just like totally obsessed about everything in the game. And when you play 5 and you remember all the shit that happens in 3,
that fucking tie-in it's fucking ridiculous.
Can I tell you how Chris yelled at me last week? Listen, so I re-downloaded 5 after listening to the podcast, and Chris is like, "Why the fuck did you do that? Delete that shit right now." I'm like, "Chris, what the?" He's like, "Delete the shit right now. You didn't even play Snake Eater 3 or Metal Gear 3, Snake Eater." And I'm like, "Oh my god, okay, I'll delete it."
I mean, you could just go look at recap videos of.
But he's not going to do that either. He's not going to go read up on the lore or watch the videos for cutscenes or any of that kind of shit.
What the fuck makes you think I won't do that? I will look at the cutscenes. I'm not.
I mean, for someone like him, yeah, I think that would be something more he would do compared to going back and playing those games.
All right, go do it. That's your homework. Go fucking do that before you decide to play Phantom Pain.
He watches a whole game on Twitch of how to beat it, then go plays the game.
Oh yeah, I forgot you do. I forgot you do noob shit like that.
The only game I did that on, you fat bastard, was
Resident Evil 7.
Yes, because I do not like puzzles in those games, because then I'll be stuck for like a whole year.
The puzzles I was so let down because the puzzles in the demo were 10 times better than they were in the actual game.
But here's a situation.
Well, that I understand.
I
don't like fucking puzzles either.
Well, I don't like being scared, and
that game is scary. That game is
no. The game is no. Let's call a spade a spade. The game is only scary in the beginning when Papa Jack is chasing your ass.
Oh yeah, after that situation, it loses. It's just you're just running around and you have more guns and shit too.
We'll go to your top 5.
All right, well, anyway,
anyway,
you watch the cutscenes of Drew's top 5.
I'm what the funny thing before I start mine is interesting that none of us picked Final Fantasy VII, which I know is
I've never played it.
I didn't finish it because I didn't have the right material.
That was my honorable mention.
Oh, sorry, I should have waited till after. Okay, well there you go. But I think between three like gamers, I'm surprised that game didn't come up. But thank you, Chris, for fixing that.
Well, yeah,
I never played it either,
I purposely didn't put anything Square on my list for
Square's fuckboy. So. So I'm just gonna say it flat out. The Kingdom Hearts recent news. I mean, we're not doing a lot of news and stuff, but if you're into Kingdom Hearts and you heard the recent news,
Chris started on this.
No, we're not. But this is we're just saying this part. He's just gonna make fun of it anyway.
Yeah, but it's laughable because
that's the only thing you can do.
They're a shit company.
Square is like the worst developer.
And they're literally stringing on these boys who believe that game is coming out, and it ain't never coming out, son.
Look what the shit they're going through just to make the remaster of it. Like
they had to fire people and downsize the company and like put specific people on the team just to focus on that game alone before they even get ready to start doing Kingdom Hearts 3. They're focusing more on the remaster of a game that's come out twice already.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 5 is The Last of Us. As you know, listen to the show, other episodes, I talk about this show. I have great respect for Naughty Dog and the detail they put into their games. Phoenix is actually coming into finally finishing Uncharted 4, thankfully. But yeah, The Last of Us, That game just holds a lot. That's the reason my girl got my PS4 because I had it on PS3, and she doesn't really watch me play games, but this game really captures you. It's a real good game. Something I hope they do turn into a movie. It's definitely possible. That's my 5. 4, Call of Duty 4. This game, as you know, is this revolutionary where it put first-person shooters. It brought it to another level because I can't say they put on the map forefront because Halo really did that, but Call of Duty 4 took it to an even bigger level and brought that franchise to a great level, which has been so hard to even reach back at with the shit games they've been producing year by year. My number 3 is GoldenEye. The amount of I know, bro. Yeah, actually, to go back to the last statement, that is really the foundation. That has been the foundation of first-person shooters. Because
so good.
The like motherfuckers would come to school with their controller in their bag, and we go to one person's crib after school, and you get it shaken until their parents came home and they kicked you out.
You got an itchy Z button trigger finger.
Yo, fucking, and then you always had that one bitch ass friend who picked Odd Job.
That was me. That was definitely
me. I could totally see it.
Why am I not surprised
at all?
Fuck you both. What do you mean by that?
Like so not surprised.
Like I was excited when they were saying they was going to release it on Xbox, and then it's just a little weird because even when you see with the COD 4 that, like Phoenix and I actually played it last week, but when you go back and play these games compared to what you play,
oh my
now,
god, they do not hold up.
Yeah, it kind of would. So like, I don't know if I would be more upset that I would rather just play GoldenEye like at a random game night or some shit just that one time, but that sit there and purchase it and play it again on like an Xbox controller, it probably wouldn't hold up and be the same. My number 2, Metal Gear Solid, also on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at you.
Actually, I had the years. I went in. I had the years of old when the games released and all that. Metal Gear Solid, 1998. GoldenEye was 97. But no, I beat Metal Gear Solid in one night. I picked it up randomly. Yeah. I picked it up.
What are you talking about? That's how you beat
I beat that game in like 8 months.
Nah. I did that shit dead ass. I was at my dad's house in Maryland at the time. I picked it up like at a Walmart randomly. Like I just saw it.
Wait a minute. Am I having too much fun with this conversation? Do I feel like you've dropped the N-bomb a couple of times?
No, did I? No. I've there's a couple of times I thought it. I don't remember saying it because I would have caught it by now. I thought
edit this part out.
Well, I just said I picked it up my dad's house.
I'm not editing this part.
When did I say it? All I said is I picked it up my dad's house and I went to Walmart.
Edit me saying edit this part out, but don't edit this part out.
Don't even edit it out.
Go ahead, Fatness.
Yeah.
What number are you on?
What
number are you on?
I'm on 2.
He's on 2. He's on 1 now.
Yeah, I'm about to hit 1. Like I said,
his number 1 game, I'm going to guess. Cooking Mama.
For fuck's sake.
No, 1991, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past on the Super NES.
Did you just say 1981?
1991. 1991.
Fuck.
1995. But
that game, that was like one of my favorite games on the Super NES. Like the cool thing I like about Nintendo is that, and they're better than Square. They basically made a remake of the game, but they change the way you play it. Because in this one, you become a painting and use puzzles and like travel through the wall, like different shit. But it's basically the same game, but they just switch. They just do little things to make it new, which I really like too. But that's like my favorite game ever. I love Link to the Past. But yeah, that's my 5.
What was you guys' honorable mentions? Because we know mine now.
Well, yeah, I'll go first. Like I said, I had 2. I'm sorry, but I just throw them both out there. Halo 2, 2004. Like that was just, shit. At the time, I worked at Circuit City, and then on Sundays when the store in New York stores close early on Sundays. I'm not sure if that's like that everywhere, but we used to do LAN parties, hook up 2 big screens in the store, and the dudes would stay back in the store, and we would play all night. I had plenty of like game nights at the crib. Like our homies would, one of them bring an Xbox. We'd have a LAN party in the crib. Like that shit is just like Halo 2 is just everything. There's Beaver Creek with shotguns, and you get it shaken. And my other one was Resident Evil 2 in '98. That was like that's my favorite Resident Evil, man. I love that one so much. 3 I felt was too easy. 2 was just like it was difficult, it was creepy, the story was there, and it was 2 discs. Like back in the day, man, we used to pay like how much were those games? $50?
Yeah,
we got our freaking money's worth. Motherfuckers out here playing Injustice now, and you don't even get all the goddamn characters. Like this shit is just ridiculous now. Of like,
yeah, it's a nickel and dime business, microtransactions.
yeah,
so
like
so
I mean,
forth.
Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, those games was like 2-3 discs. Metal Gear was.
But I mean, look at what they have to do to create the power of the system and
but that's
the
the thing,
graphics of the game and so on and so forth.
But then with all that though, you don't get the same longevity in the game.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's what it is.
Yeah, but I'd rather the longevity in games, like something that's gonna keep you playing. Like it's just.
Well, hopefully that Jason Derulo the 13th game would keep you playing it for years and years to come, but I doubt it.
Kiss my ass. So we know Chris's Final Fantasy.
My other honorable mention is Vice City.
Good.
Because if you don't like Vice City, you're an asshole. Because that's the game. It's before GTA 4, before any other Liberty City stories or any other shit
Vice
like
City
that.
was the shit, man.
Vice City is the shit. They basically took the story from Scarface and mixed it with Miami Vice and gave you the best goddamn game.
That was one of
PlayStation had to offer.
I think that's my favorite GTA, dead ass.
It has to be.
Like I think 5 is the shit, but Vice City was just so much fun. The mission.
It don't get no better than a full radio station full of 80s tunes.
I think
no
it was
matter
because
what
it was so
station
Scarface.
you on, bro. It was so Scarface, and it was
great. And that was so in the dress and everything. Like if they were to make Vice City today, and with everything they add to the games, it would be freaking bananas.
I honestly hope that they go back to Miami because they went back to New York, they went back to California. The only place they haven't gone back to is Miami.
Yeah.
So, if the next GTA is back in Miami, fucking prayers answered, bro. That's all I need right now.
Oh, I'm all in.
Phoenix,
honorable mention, Phoenix?
I have 3.
Oh, look at this little fancy bastard.
I know.
Just to upstage us.
I mean, I could go with 4, but I'm just going to go with 3.
Because then that's a whole nother list.
So one of my honorable mentions is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on 64. That took me literally a whole year to beat that fucking game.
Yeah, it took you a whole of a second and a half to say the damn title.
That too. I will also say Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's a great honorable mention. I know. I saw it.
It was almost my honorable mention, but I held it to a higher regard than Final Fantasy VII because fuck Square.
And I would say my other honorable mention would be Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
I don't know why I gasped because
that's a good one. Excuse me.
I got no stake in that game. I never played it.
Yeah, no, but I've heard so many people crazy about it. So I mean, I guess.
No, yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot
how it was like a great game.
But
I'll say this:
I've never fired it up.
If EA next Saturday drops a bombshell, because they have an EA Play Date.
Okay. Saturday. I was like, what?
Yeah. If next Saturday EA says, "Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys pre-order Star Wars Battlefront 2, you'll get Knights of the Old Republic remastered," I'm all over that. Completely.
I mean, they made that big announcement last year about like with all the different developers, everyone working with Star Wars. So I think this year they have to come with something. Especially the movies are moving. that sounded stupid.
Well, they are coming with something because Battlefront 2 comes out this year.
Well, yeah, Battlefront
major
2.
moves in the Star Wars.
Major moves. Oh my god!
No, what are you doing, baby?
Here, real quick. It's just popping in my head. I wanted to see if y'all could just pull one out real quick. Pause.
Christ.
So when you said Moonwalker, it brought me like Moonwalker is a great game too. I definitely like. I could see how it being in top 5. But
what are you gonna say, Banjo-Kazooie next? We're gonna talk about
no.
Crash Bandicoot.
One of the things about that Moonwalker game is I originally was introduced to it as the arcade version. I don't know if like back in the day, a lot of games, a couple games were console but originally were in arcades.
Yeah, I played that arcade as well.
Yeah. What is your favorite arcade game?
I know what mine is. Oh my god! And they re-released it on the 360, which
I think I'm gonna have to go with.
No. I'm going first. I'm going first.
I want Phoenix to say it, and if I'm guessing correct what you're about to say, I'll say if I am or if I'm wrong. What is it?
My favorite arcade game outside the Mortal Kombat bullshit was the old X-Men game.
Yes. Oh my!
Wow, is that all of our picks?
Yo, son, that game. Yo, wait, was you playing with me, Chris? Was it like when I was high as shit? And we played it for free. Yo, whispered it like son. People can still hear that. Yo, son. Yo, one night I was high. Yo, dogs.
This is going out, we're recording this.
I know. Whatever. Weed is legal in some state. Whatever. I'm not Rich Homie Quan. He's about to do 30 years for some goddamn weed. But
man, that's some bullshit.
Nah, it is some bullshit. But we're not gonna hotep that about the white boy you did 3 months for rape and shit. Like, I mean, that's crazy. Weed, you going 30 years. But nah, one night I was gone. I was with Jesus. I was up there. And
hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. And we played that shit for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we never got off that fucking. I feel like I'm still playing it.
You know what other game is a good honorable mention? And I don't think you two probably have ever played this game though, but I'm just gonna say it. There was a game in the arcade which was the Simpsons game.
Yo, I was really.
Are you kidding me?
Of course we played that. Yeah, of course. Like, I was literally about to bring that one up next. Those two games.
That was the game. That game introduced fucking what do you call it? I think it was that and Turtles and some Turtles game that introduced
the Ninja Turtles 1981 game that came out in the arcade. Oh my god, it just looked like a firework.
It basically introduced the tandem offense with two characters, and you could do shit together. Because remember, if you paired up Bart and Lisa, you would do cool shit together.
Yeah, that was
Marge
big.
And like they would do cool shit together. And you would do that in the Turtles game as well when you combine two turtles. And
I think Homer used to pick up Bart and throw him at them or some shit.
Yeah, he would. I think he would swing him around.
Or swing him, yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a question.
We played X-Men at my house. We all played the X-Men. We were all here on the. No, I don't think you was here. That was the another game night when everyone was at my house and we played X-Men.
When your charger got stolen.
Don't marginalize my game nights. Okay.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, man. Don't you dare put your foot in a slipper with a mouse in it.
Oh my god.
Wow. So listen, what is your favorite old school gaming console?
I want to say, what the fuck system is that had Space Harrier?
Oh, Genesis? No, a Sega Master System?
I think so. It wasn't Atari, was it? It could have.
No, I think it's Atari. Sega Master System. You're talking about the one before Genesis, I think. That's Sega Master System.
And the long one. The
fucking Beast. That's what she said.
Yeah, with all the Yeah, I playing Space Harrier on that shit. Space Harrier was like I was transfixed.
I think that was my introduction to video games, really, at my uncle's house. He had a Sega Master System.
I was so fucking into Space Harrier, dude. I was like, what is, like, the colors, everything was just like.
Nah, I think Altered Beast did it for me,
like,
bro.
He had two, like, you could only move left to right and shit. But your gun and everything, like you could jump and stuff, but you were pretty stationary as far as like everything else was concerned. And enemies would just keep coming at you. You had no choice. But it was, for some odd reason, I guess at that age, it was like, at that point, it was the pinnacle of
you remember
cool shit that I've seen.
I'm not gonna remember the name right now. You remember the other games that were similar to that, but there was when you was in a helicopter.
Oh yeah,
like a top overview.
There was like a million games that looked exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. There was that
1942 game.
Oh my god! Remember I remember them shits. I remember them shits.
Yeah,
I think
they like all those games now are mobile games.
Yeah, that's true.
I think my favorite console, old school wise, would be a tie between the original Nintendo and the Sega Genesis.
That was like
I told y'all kids. I told y'all kids fucking with the Hen Didn't Do. I told y'all stop fucking with the Hen Didn't Do on the TV. TV.
That was
had a Meteor Man flashback.
that was a big thing though back in the day too. Like if you had a friend that had both systems, I was
But see,
poor.
my mom would spoil us. We had every single gaming system from Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64.
Oh, you had Sega CD?
Yeah.
You
Wow.
Echo the Dolphin ass motherfucker.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Yo, we had every
You
single
piece
system.
of shit. Did you get 64? Not 64, 32X?
I did have
32X.
that one. I did
my
have that
Sonic
one.
and
Did you
Knuckles.
did you have a Game Gear?
I did. Oh no. Hold on. My mom had a Game Gear because her favorite game is Tetris, and
My
then-
mom's
mom's
favorite
had a
game
Game
is
Gear?
Tetris also.
So then the funny part was I used to start like my dad would be like, "Oh, I'll get you a bunch of games." So then I would go into my mom's room and take the Game Gear. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Dad bought me some games for Game Gear." She's like, "That's my Game Gear, not yours." And I was like, "Well, fuck."
Wow.
But she would let us play it because I had got a I think it was a Batman game that came out on there that I would always sit back and play. And then I think my mom would give that to me on car ride so I could just shut the fuck up. And then the Game Boy came out. And
The DS works so much better with the kids these days, though. They quiet as shit. Dad and Nick Jr. You just throw that in front of them. They just.
you know what also works for them? An iPad with Hulu Plus.
Oh yeah, iPads too. Kids
Wow.
love it. Yo, they really
Yeah.
like dead ass kids be looking up toy reviews, which is wild to me. Like, how do they even know the YouTube shit like that?
No, my little cousin, the little movie critic.
Mhm.
So he does that. Like he'll go on YouTube and we'll be like, because he's like huge. He's a huge WWE fan. No, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I didn't know he knew what New Japan Pro Wrestling was. So he's like,
Yeah, you barely knew what it was.
yeah, I sure as fuck did until King Ricochet showed up. But anyway, listen. So, so he hit me up and he's like, "Oh my god, do you know who the Young Bucks are?" And I'm looking at him like, "Motherfucker, how do you know who the Young Bucks are?"
I was
He's
just about
like-
to say that.
He's like, yeah, you know, I like what's the abbreviation? NPJW or whatever the fuck the abbreviation is. NJPW.
New
Did I say
Japan
that
Pro
right?
Wrestling.
Yeah, I said that. Wait, what? New Japan NJP. Anyway, fuck it.
NJPW, yeah.
So he's like,
I mean, nobody says that, but
well, yeah, it's a
people
hashtag
just say
thing.
New
though.
Japan.
But he's like, yeah, because I like that better than WWE. WWE is kind of like, and he knows not to cuss around me, which is so funny. But he's like, New Japan is kind of like where real wrestlers go to wrestle, and WWE is kind of when you want to be like a punk. And I'm like, okay, I knew what you meant, but I'm not gonna punch you in your
He meant to
throat.
say a bitch.
Basically.
A pussy.
So
A pussy.
this Sunday, him and I are going to Extreme Rules, and he literally calls me every fucking day. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited! I've never seen the Hardys before. I've never seen Finn Balor." And I'm like, "Oh my god, is this what this is going to be Sunday? Like, is
I
this
can't wait
what
for my
this is going to be
nephew. I
Sunday?"
can't wait for my nephew to get older, man. Oh man.
So I'm gonna have him
Two
on the
pussies.
podcast. I'm gonna actually record a segment with me and him, just so you can hear his excitement and how just finaglage and all that shit. But he goes on YouTube and will watch movie reviews. So he hit me up like earlier this week and he's like, I don't care what the guys the critics, as he says, are saying about Wonder Woman. DC really hasn't earned my money. And I'm like, you don't work anywhere. What are you talking about?
He heard that shit from you. That's
Yeah,
why.
he basically you just molding him.
I am. And the funny thing is he
DC
loves
hasn't
Tony
earned
Stark.
my money. He ain't got no money.
Like he loves Tony Stark, and I love the fact that he loves Tony Stark.
Yeah, y'all are both annoying.
Gee,
I
I wonder where the hell.
my old school system. It's hard. It's really hard to say though. Like, I mean, from Nintendo up to Super NES, I was like, that's all I knew. But the thing is, I was mostly a Nintendo house, so I had Nintendo, Game Boy, Super NES. My uncle, when he was living with me, had a Genesis, so that's the only way I was really exposed to Genesis, or when I went to friends' houses. But I guess for the most part, I got to go Nintendo. Remember the cartridges were $80? Oh my god! Like freaking little, what is it, Little Nemo in the Dream World or some shit? That game was so annoying.
Ugh.
Yeah, but Nintendo used to do it for me.
Okay, well,
I still remember my Legend of Zelda Gold cartridge. I miss
Oh
that
my
little
god,
son of a
bro! Yeah, they
bitch.
they be selling them shit still, man. It's like a geek purple tape.
Yeah, I don't need that shit though.
Yeah. Man, we got a lot done this episode.
we sure did.
Yeah, do a little
That's what
extras in
happens
there.
when you don't record in a friggin' month.
But I mean, some of these stuff just kind of came on the fly. Yeah, we have. That's the crazy thing. Usually, we'll put if there's a gap between episodes, there's like 10 episodes in between. There's no gap. We just haven't recorded. But I mean, we're here. We still talk. We still brewing up ideas. Like if we're not playing.
And the Warriors won game 1. So
The game is over now. Fuck. I didn't even get to watch it.
thank God.
Well, yeah. But yeah, we don't plan on doing another top 5. But if there's something like
later on in the year, kids, later on in the
well, yeah,
year.
I mean, if y'all have other categories, anything like, no, we did superhero movies and shit, but well, I definitely want to
top 5 sneezes.
If y'all said something else that you feel like, or even like within the series, like rating the Resident Evil series and shit like that. I think we did something like that kind of already though, but yeah.
Probably do top 5 fighting games or top 5 anime characters. We could do subgenres.
I was gonna say, motherfucker, you say top 5 fighting games, I won't be on that one.
Yeah, unless it has easy mode. Well, no, we'll definitely have Tristan here for that, for him to analyze and critique all of our picks anyway.
Yeah,
we
won't let him have picks. We'll just let him criticize our picks.
Yeah, he won't even have picks. He'll just come here just to talk about how our picks are shit.
He'll be like, no, because you see that game's cancer.
Oh man, or maybe like top five Nintendo characters.
No,
why not?
Oh, okay. Mario, Kirby, Zelda.
You forgot Metroid.
Metroid. I didn't forget the broad. I was on my way. Who else?
Is there another 5th one really I could think?
Yeah. Okay, Link, since I already said Zelda.
Well, then you can't put Zelda on top of Link. Zelda ain't do shit. She just be getting captured.
Doesn't Zelda always go on top of Link? Isn't that the story?
No, I said this before. That's the funny shit about Link. He never got no butt from her. He's just saving her ass.
Okay.
Well, he's got a flute. You don't really need a girlfriend where you.
Yo, those Future and Ocarina of Time memes were like everything. Because how perfect they were.
Mally Percocet. Don't do drugs, kids. Anyway.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take this on out.
Yeah. I'll shout out my sister, man. It's wild. She graduated from college earlier this week. It's just
man. Big up. Shout out
to everyone who graduated this year. Actually, the homie Eli also, he graduated from college. But yeah, it's real dope. And I'm getting old for real now, just thinking about it though, where like when my nephew growing older, like my mom graduated the year before me. She like was not struggling, but trying to manage and raising us and going to school. It took her a little while, but she graduated a year before me. I finished college. My sister finished in college. So just setting this example, now I'm looking at it like now when my nephew get of age, that there's no excuse. He knows he can achieve greatness in certain aspects, and he'll know the benefit of an education. So definitely and I mean, my sister probably got some of that from me helping her from young. And even though, I was a knucklehead, but I wasn't like a bad kid, you know what I'm saying? So she knew, and she's real good in her studies and shit. So it's real dope. And whoever, like, you don't know, like, even like how we talk, what Phoenix talks about him and his nephew. Also, like, you set an example for your close family or maybe kids around you. So definitely just keep doing what you do and make sure you're doing the best for yourself and for us as a people. Sorry, I got a little hotep there. But yeah, shout out to the listeners as usual, to you gentlemen. And yeah, definitely let us know about your top 5, your thoughts, and curse out Gun Media on Twitter with us, please. We need the help.
Yay. Shout out to Dirty Dick Della getting his ass kicked by the computer in Tekken 7. He's still not ready for me yet. He's gotta stay in the lab. He's got no low game. He ain't blocking, and I don't want to hear that bullshit during no fight. We're gonna get Tekken 7. It's all gonna be sexy, and we're gonna do a big Fight Forever video on the channel for it. Also, check out my season 2 and 3 playthrough of the Walking Dead series starring Clementine. couple of that stuff on the channel right now. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Shout out to Potluck podcast. Sorry, it's late. We're recording late, like usual. Who else do I shout out? Shout out to Danny from Gamertag. He was a cool dude to hang out with. Definitely watch the documentary. Definitely, support your people who are into podcasts and support your people who are into gaming. Whatever they do in this realm of media that we're in, as far as gaming and geek culture and shit like that is concerned, support your loved ones in it, because you never know, they might be the next person to break through and make something of themselves within that realm and pass that information, that knowledge, and help bring somebody else up into it. So it's a system.
And represent us properly also, and represent us
people,
right.
Because Danny represents so many people from so many different walks of life, just being himself and having an open mind and speaking his piece and helping people and reaching out, and just like, the community is good. It's full of a lot of good people, but like any other thing, it's also full of some sharks and some shit. But we can, as long as we navigate around that and do what we got to do, and help build this community up to where it needs to be, we ain't got no problems. But yeah, definitely shout out to listeners, as Drew said. Leave some more texts, some emails, hit us up on Twitter, all that good shit. Stop with the weird DMs. No, I'm just kidding. Continue them.
Oh, was that it?
Oh no, also Oprah.
I'm actually going to see her on Saturday.
Son of a bitch.
Tell her to adopt me.
You don't go anywhere near her. You hear me?
I'm texting both of y'all first as soon as I get my picture with her.
Anyway, I guess to piggyback off of Chris said, shout outs to Danny and everybody over at the Gamertag Radio crew. Been nothing but family. I think Danny and those guys over there, Paris and Pete, and their families have been nothing but class acts for the 10 plus years that I've known them. I think, well, I don't think they are the purebred definition of what, support and showmanship in podcasting should be. They stand up for what's right. They give their honest opinion. We've never had issues. I salute them. I salute Danny for his documentary, The Messengers, which you guys should pre-order on iTunes this month in June, which will be $4.99 for June. It was a really great documentary.
It's less than the WWE Network. You have to get it. I mean,
yes. I can't. I don't want to sit here and make this about the Danny Show, but watching, and I think Chris could definitely testify to this, because being in that room it was just a bunch of positive energy, in being able to get around like-minded people. Getting around like-minded people from the industry, from just fellow podcasters, and there's no tension, there's no egos, there. And I really don't want to make a comment towards that, but again, shout outs to Danny. Congratulations on all the success you guys are having over there. It's well deserved. Again, Gamertag Radio podcast documentary, which is called The Messengers. Shout outs to the listeners. Again, you guys are fantastic. I love each and every one of you, no matter where you're downloading this from. We just went through Memorial Day through for the United States. So to our men and women in uniform here and gone, thank you so much for your service and everything that you do. I know we have a bunch of listeners in the military that do listen to this show, so thank you. And yeah, that's what I have. I don't really want to leave off on a somber note. So on that note, Chris, take us out.